What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. And yes, indeed, it is another one. So this is where we at now. This is a tragic situation. And we have to, I don't understand what's going on with a lot of people in today's society, their mental thought process about them and the children and stuff like that. When did certain people in America just start hating children? I don't understand this.
What the French toast is there to think about?
Because whether we like this or not, this situation right here is pure hatred in my eyes. And I don't see anything else other than that. I don't see no love. I don't see no cooperation. I don't see no understanding. I don't see anything but a woman who actually hates her offspring. And that's that in my eyes. And so we're going to go here now and we're going to check this out. So apparently this mother has left her children in a home for years now, not a couple of weeks, not a day or two, not even a month. She left them there for years. Let's go here now. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
Now to our other top story tonight. It's a disturbing case of child neglect unfolding in Pontiac.
The sheriff says 3 children from the age of 12 to 15 years old were left abandoned in a home for years. Let's go live now to Victor Williams in Pontiac tonight with the latest on this. Victor, where were those children taken?
Well, Ty and Damon, those children are right now with relatives, but so many people from this neighborhood have been coming to where those children were locked up inside of a house for so long. And even still, it's a lot to take in.
I have never in my 60 years of living heard of nobody not checking on nobody.
A whole day later, and people living in this Pontiac neighborhood like Michelle Radcliffe are still torn about the 3 teens who had been staying inside of this house all on their own and the worst of conditions for years.
You just can't do kids like that. They can't fend for themselves.
While we wait for charges to be filed against the mother who allegedly...
Look at that. I had to stop it here so we could actually get the realness of this scenario right here. These children were living in this for years. And there's no telling where this woman was. Probably hugged up with some ninja or doing something egregious, something she had no business doing. This is crazy right here. This is highly disrespectful. And this is disrespectful to human life, period. But you know what? This is the thing, though, that, it seemed to, especially with this past, dealing with the babies. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But this is sad right here, man, that it's come to this point, man. I don't know who's getting these women pregnant out here, man. But y'all men got to stop, bro. Y'all men have to stop, bro. This has to stop. Innocent children's lives are in danger with these 21st century women. I'm just being honest.
What the French toast is there to think about?
Sorry, damn it, I'ma say it. This is crazy.
He left them there, only popping up weeks at a time to give them food. The Oakland County Sheriff's Department is taking donations for the teens. All 3 have now been pulled out of the house by CPS and are now staying with a relative.
So if she was popping up for weeks at a time, she didn't clean up that house. She didn't do nothing. So she knew that them children was in there living like that. If she was popping up for weeks at a time, whatever, throughout the years. What is this? And I mean, like, if you didn't want the children, why you didn't call CPS? Why you didn't, make accommodations to give them to your family? Why you didn't,
One organization already trying to help is the Ennis Center for Children.
Ennis Center for Children are going to donate clothes, hats, shoes, anything else that we can provide to them to help. We're just hoping that we can help our children in any way that we can, that we can provide services and just uplift our children and make sure our children are safe and have a safe space to go to.
And one question that remains is, how were 3 children able to fall through the cracks with family members, neighbors, and teachers, along with so many others not being able to tell something was clearly wrong? Michelle says she knows the grandfather.
I just can't see it. I mean, it's just sad that, you let your grandkids go like that, and, you got to check on them.
And that makes no sense either. I definitely agree with this woman right here. That makes no sense. How are you not checking on anybody? And she said it at first. Yes, I thought family was supposed to check on people. I have the family check on me all the time. I check on family all the time. I check on people. People that you're supposed to love or you proclaim to have love for or whatever. I don't get this. I don't understand what's going on now. This is a tragedy. How are these kids living in this place, this squalor, for years at a time? Nobody's wanting to know where your grandchildren are. Nobody's wanting to know where your nieces and nephews are. Nobody's wanting to know where everybody at. Nobody's wanting to know nothing. Ain't nobody asking no questions. Ain't nobody demanding to see people.
They can't fend for themselves.
And we're just waiting any moment now to hear from the Oakland County prosecutor about the potential charges that are coming about. Of course, once that does happen, we'll update you right here on Local 4.
And that's what's up. So, all right, we're going to move to the next segment right here because, of course, I got to show you, from different angles. Let's go here now.
Also here at 5, we're learning heartbreaking new information into a child neglect case that Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard says is one of the worst he's ever seen.
Yeah, 3 children were left to fend for themselves for years inside a Pontiac home, and the sheriff says the kids never left that home.
The only one of the 3 that ever came out was the young boy, and he came out twice. Once because he wanted to feel the grass, which by itself is heartbreaking.
Just wanted to feel the grass. Victor Williams joining us live tonight in Pontiac. Victor, after going through all of this, how are the kids doing tonight?
Well, Ty, we're told that the kids are going to be fine. They're recovering. They're bouncing back, getting used to life on the outside of this place that they spent so many years inside. We are still, however, waiting on the charges potentially for the mother to be filed after the case has now been bound over to the Oakland County prosecutor. But these details are just so heartbreaking even still.
Okay, and another thing here. Where was the school system in all of this? Because these children are school age and stuff like that. I know they had to be enrolled in school at some point. I know that these children had to be enrolled in school at some point. In the way that schools now, you could barely miss a day without the school calling a home. What is going on? What is going on? Was the mother lying to the school, or did she take them out of school? I mean, come on now. These children had to be enrolled in some school somewhere in that city. And the school system didn't check on them. They didn't send no smoke signals out. They didn't send emergency people over there to find out what was going on at the home after so many days of the children missing out of school. I mean, come on, people. There's so much information missing here. There's so many people that are missing in the ball here, to where 3 children went missing from school. They're missing from family members. They're missing from everybody for years. This makes no sense to me. How is this possible?
You wouldn't do this to an animal, let alone your child.
More disturbing facts are continuing to surface about the years 3 siblings spent inside of this Pontiac home, all alone, rarely ever stepping out. We're also learning more about how the mother of the kids, ages 12 through 15, would keep them fed with the bare minimum.
The children apparently were getting a loaf of bread dropped off that was intended to last 3 to 4 days.
Investigators say the kids were abandoned by their mothers sometime in 2020, literally the last time they were ever given anything for their health and well-being.
In 2020, Hold on. This a day ago, this report came. In 2020, this is 2024. Oh my goodness, man. Man, if we as American citizens don't start getting tough on these mothers and stop with all this women are, sunshine, flowers, and roses, and start holding women accountable out here.
In 2020, the mother dropped off some trash bags, gloves, and Febreze, and that was about the last thing related to hygiene. 2020.
Many have been asking where the father has been in this situation. Well, it turns out he recently tried to reconnect with the kids after being released from prison, but we're told the mother would not allow it. It also appears that family members had no idea what was going on either. Every time a relative would ask about the whereabouts of the kids, the mother would say they were at the babysitter's.
None of the.
So she around here lying. Okay, well, I retract what I said earlier about the family. So obviously the family was asking, but at the same time though, too, my other thought process is at the end of the day though, why as the family you didn't demand that she present these children? And so this is years now, years of these children missing from their other family members' lives. At some point, I'm sorry, like I can't even see that. I can't even imagine that my sister have a child and you know what I'm saying, like my sister's child just go missing for years. I never see my sister's child. And every time I actually see my sister's child, she did, we at the babysitter for years. The hell you talking about, bitch? Excuse me, YouTube.
The people that were coming to the house had any awareness that there were kids inside.
Sheriff Bouchard says the reason schools had no idea the kids were missing was because of a school transfer that never happened. In response, Bouchard is now proposing new legislation that would prevent that from ever happening again.
Before a child is unenrolled, they have to obtain written confirmation that child's someplace else. It's unbelievable to think that we've got 3 kids that fell off everybody's map.
What did I do?
Now, the response from the community has been amazing. A lot of people have been chipping in. We'll show you how exactly at 6 p.m.
All right. So, said that's that, people. Listen, look, man, this is sickening. And yeah, just like I was asking all those questions at first before we got to this report here, I didn't watch everything all the way through. So that's the reason why, I was snapping in the beginning and saying what I was saying, of course, because I was throwing out scenarios and trying to figure things out until we got to this one. And they said that, of course, which the school did drop the ball, basically, allegedly. She did, her family members were trying to reach out and trying to find the children and stuff like that. But I don't think they really demanded to see these kids hard enough, because this is crazy. This makes no sense that, and God knows where she was. They're not even saying where she was. What was she doing for 3-4 years at a time? Like, come on, this is crazy out here, man. This is crazy. And you ninjas are out here impregnating chicks like this. This is sad.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
This is sad, bro. Now, they say that the father was locked up and he tried to get back in contact. Mother was like, no. Typical situation in today's society with most women trying to keep the child away from the father, and certain women do things like that. It just is what it is. These are facts. But, yeah, man. This is a crazy situation, man. Thank God that those children did not perish or burn the house down all those years or anything like that. Thank God that they are still living. They're in proper hands now. Hopefully they get the care that they need. And definitely, I know those children definitely need some therapy. Those children definitely need some therapy out there. I hope that whoever is helping them, the program that was that's trying to help them get clothing and stuff like that. I hope they have resources as well to get these children some proper therapy and stuff like that, because they're going to need it, with this type of abandonment by their own mother and, living in that squalor and mess. Man. But it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.